What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Wing Gundam from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. The granddaddy of the face-on-shield transformations. This thing does look pretty good in the bird mode, but obviously its cover is going to be blown when you look at it underneath. Now the transformation is very simple. It does look very good in the bird mode. Now I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already because this is already like a 7-year-old kit. So there's nothing really too new to see here. It's just basically the shield attached to the Buster Rifle attached to the backpack of the Wing Gundam. That's basically it. And it does look pretty accurate from what I'm seeing, but you got the visor on the shield that I actually messed up and I tried to rearrange but ripped the ends of it. But it's alright. Now it's a very simple transformation, as I did say, so let's remove it from the stand. The stand is not included, by the way. However, now you do have this piece over here that blocks out a hole on the back skirt. Now it's gone, and yeah, you can plug the action base onto here, but I like to have this piece on just so I do not have like rogue pieces roaming around. And this is another thing that I don't like about the bird mode, is that you have to remove the hands, but in the anime the hands just go into the hand armor, so it is not really too possible to execute that in a high grade, so I can understand that. But with my OCD out of the way, let's transform it just so every single piece can be on the actual kit. So let's actually remove the shield, rotate the head, and then close up the wings, angle them however you want, rotate the waist, straighten up the legs, put up the feet, put up the shoulder armor, straighten the arms, retract the claws, and then bring in the manipulators. So you can just plug the manipulators into the sockets right here, and here you go. There is the Wing Gundam. I'll tackle the weapons later. Now the Wing Gundam in mobile suit mode does look pretty good. I really like the tri-primary color kind of scheme over here, which, yeah, it does look pretty good. It has the Lead Gundam color scheme, but then again, yeah, it's basically just a Lead Gundam with wings that can transform. That's basically it. And it's usually, and it's, of course, as with all the other wing kits, it is smaller when compared to a normal Gundam. It does have like the very strong Hero Yui feel to it, because it is piloted by Hero Yui, and I really love the clear chest over there, and it does look pretty good. But the one thing that I have a problem with is the vents. I actually had to cement them on just so they don't fall off, and also the V-fin as well. The red crest on the head, I actually came close to losing it multiple times just because the Wing Gundam's V-fin is very loose in there. I don't know if it is an isolated case, because from the reviews I've seen from 7 years ago, this problem is not present in the kit, so it's hard to say for sure. I also painted the black on the shoulder yellow pieces over there. It does look pretty good, but yeah, sink in your panel line and details and this kit will stand out pretty well. As for stickers, you do have the forehead camera, and then the eyes, and also the chest piece over here, and of course you got the black on the knees, the black on the underside of the arms with the very obvious nut bars from the navy blue, and I believe that is it. But then I did also paint in the vents on the knees and also the circles on the feet. So that actually is the minimum amount of detail that requires for me to be satisfied with a straight build. Technically not a straight build, with some black detail painted into it. Oh yeah, and of course the top of the waist over here is also a sticker. So there's quite a bit of stickers in this kit, but yeah, it is back in 2013 when the All Gundam project has been started. So I'm half and half in forgiving them. They can clearly mold the vents, thrusters, I don't know, on the top of the crotch in the correct color, because the bottom piece is actually molded in gray, so they can actually have it feed through the white piece, and then there you go, there's just that piece. But then with the minute black details, yeah, I understand why they need to paint them in. So overall, this is a pretty good looking kit. As for articulation, it's basically the generic joints. So you have a double ball jointed head, can look pretty far up, with the funky chicken possible because it is a bird, rotation, and then you do have the arms over here. They're on ball joints, but yeah, mine never really encountered this issue until just like trying to force it. So they are also on the swing out variety of polycaps. They can go up that far. The arms can go out that far, which does provide the joint for the shoulder armor to move independently, but the same thing goes for the Fenice and the Fenice Dinashita. The joints over here aren't really that solid, so yeah, the arms can tend to pop out when you try to move the shoulder, so be careful. And then the rotation above the elbow, which is, I don't know, it's really unstable. Like the ones on my Fenice and Fenice Dinashita is basically loose. They just come off whenever I try to move it, but this thing, it's okay tight. And of course you have a double jointed elbow, but you need to move the claw out of the way to do that. The wrists are on ball joints. The stomach and waist are on double ball joints, so you can rotate, and not too many crunches unfortunately, but this can rotate all the way from the transformation. Front skirts can molded together, you can separate them. Side skirts can move outwards and backwards, just like so, and swivel up and back. The back skirt is as usual a block, and then the legs can go up and down separate from the waist. They can go to, basically do the funky dance, but it's very, very tight, so make sure you get a good grip before you move that. The legs can go forwards, go backwards, go outwards, all the way. Rotation at the hip. A double jointed knee, looking pretty good. But of course you can break its leg. And then the ankle guards over here can move. And then the feet are on a polycap joint at the top and the ball joint at the feet itself. And then the foot can point down, just like so. And of course the wings that are kind of crooked right now, so yeah, they can rotate at the base, flip in and out at the base. They have a hinge inside of the wing, just like so. And they also have a hinge in the white piece, just like so. And the red piece can move slightly as well. So all in all, articulation on the Wing Gundam is basically up to modern day standards, despite this thing being like a near 7-year-old kit by the time of this recording. So yeah, you can see how modern standards have led to recent kits. So the articulation of the Wing Gundam is definitely up there. Accessories, generic Gundam loadout, all in this assembly right here. First of all, we have the Buster Rifle right here. Now you do have a retractable handle, and the armor cartridges over here are present. They are pretty good looking. You do have a sticker for the scope, and you have the yellow beak down here. Basically just slides into the hand of the Wing Gundam, just like so. Unfortunately, there's no way to store it like the Fenice and the Fenice Rinashita. Do not know about the Liberta because I do not have that kit. I wish I had that kit, but as for all I know, this thing is unlike the Build Fighters variants. Second of all, it is gonna be the shield over here, looking pretty nice. You do 2 black stickers on the shield over here to make up the black detail, and of course you do have the visor here, that which I tore. And then you basically just pop out the handle, and this is what I don't like about it, because the handle actually has a special design that actually fixates the orientation, so it doesn't rotate all over the place. Now this is good in a way, but it is pretty bad when it comes to just messing around with it, because you can pry open the hand and just let the shield go loose and maybe potentially lose the hand cover as well, so be careful with that. But otherwise, it is a pretty good looking shield. Stored inside the shield is the beam saber. Now the shield looks like it's vomiting it out, but it's alright. It is a pretty good storage mechanic, unlike it is not as unpredictable as the Virtue, because I actually broke the Virtue's beam saber peg in the knees. Now this thing does kind of use the same mechanic, but instead it is stored in the shield, and yeah, you can easily bring it out. So here it is. And you do get a set of clear green SB13 beams. So yes, you only need 1 in this kit. However, there's another one for you if you, just in case you lost one or you want to steal that for another kit. But unfortunately, you will have to ditch the Buster Rifle to pull out the beam saber, because you can't use the beam saber without the shield. It means it is stored in there. So that's going to be all the accessories for the Wing Gundam. So, for comparisons, let's actually bring in a newcomer to the Gunpla line, the Gundam Geminis. I believe the Geminis is just as tall, if not a little bit taller, than the Wing Gundam. Yeah, the Geminis is about the same height as the RX-78 too, so this explains it. And then, why not, let's bring in one of the companions of the Meteor project, the Gundam Sandrock. So this wraps it up for the review of the Wing Gundam. What do I think of this kit? Well, this thing is a very, very good kit. Now it looks good, it functions well, apart from the V-fin and also the chest fans. They fall off most of the time, but then again, I can cement them in and leave the worry out for a little bit. Now the shield itself is a little bit worrying, but yes, put it in a set pose, then equip it with the shield, and that's okay. And the transformation is okay, the articulation is okay, that the arms are a little bit hindered by the talons, but yeah, we expected that much. So I'm gonna give this thing a 7 out of 10. It is still living up to the name of the mark setter for it being the granddaddy of the all Gundam project back in 2013. So it still lives up to modern standards, and it still is a pretty good kit for you guys to collect, especially when we can foresee that the rest of the Meteor project original Gundams are going to be coming to us in high grade form later on. So yeah, definitely go ahead and pick up the Wing Gundam. So that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to drop a like, comments, and also subscribe for more Gunpla reviews, Gunpla news, and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to the future channels on my channel page if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.